Paul Di Resta will serve as McLaren's official reserve driver for this weekend's race at Silverstone. I'm Thomas Marr. Be sure to like and subscribe for the very latest Formula 1 news. McLaren have confirmed Paul Di Resta as the reserve driver for this weekend's race at Silverstone. In light of the ongoing coronavirus situation and the elevated threat to drivers this year, McLaren are attempting to solidify a contingency plan in the event of one of their race drivers being sidelined due to contracting the coronavirus. This situation came to the fore last weekend when Racing Point's Sergio Perez tested positive for COVID-19 on Thursday. This meant Racing Point had to scramble around to fly Nico Hulkenberg in from Germany to replace the Mexican driver. McLaren have opted to contract the services of Paul Di Resta for this weekend's 70th Anniversary Grand Prix at Silverstone. He'll dovetail these duties alongside his presenting role with Sky Sports F1. Di Resta has already had a seat fitting at the McLaren Technology Centre, but will be kept apart from the McLaren bubble unless absolutely required. Having a driver at hand who would already have been at the race is also a pretty responsible move from McLaren, without any added exposure for anyone external. McLaren, as well as Racing Point, had a deal with Mercedes to share the reserve drivers, their Formula E driver Stoffel Vandoorne and their Formula E reserve Esteban Gutierrez. However, Vandoorne is currently embarking on a mammoth schedule of Formula E races in Berlin with Mercedes, while Gutierrez is no longer eligible for a super licence, as he last raced in F1 in 2016. It's a pretty big step forward to see some of the teams starting to take the role of the reserve driver a little bit more seriously, as 3 F1 teams sharing the services of a leading Formula E driver and another driver without an actual super licence. It isn't really good enough this season. McLaren have made their own arrangements, while Racing Point's Otmar Safnauer has said they hope to talk to Nico Hulkenberg about becoming their official reserve for the remainder of this year. Paul Di Resta last drove in Formula 1 in 2017, also as a substitute, when he stood in for the ill Felipe Massa at the Hungarian Grand Prix. One team taking the role of the reserve driver very seriously is Alfa Romeo. Their reserve is Robert Kubica, who drove in DTM at Spa-Francorchamps last weekend. He came home 14th on his debut in the series, driving an ART-prepared BMW. He's flying into Silverstone this weekend to take part in first practice in the Alfa C39 in place of Antonio Giovinazzi. The aim for the team is to keep him race sharp and ready, just in case Giovinazzi or Kimi Räikkönen get sidelined. That's it from me for the moment. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter at Thomas Marr on F1.